If you're looking to protect your operations margins in 2026, you have to stop looking only at materials and efficiency. One substantial leak for most small and mid-sized facilities is actually hidden in your paperwork, specifically your OSHA 300 log. In my 23 years devising EHS strategy, I've seen these exact errors steal millions from companies' bottom lines. But today, in the next several minutes, I'm going to show you how to audit the OSHA 300 log to reclaim those margins and stabilize your costs. So let's get into it. Now, you should note that while I am a professional, I'm not your specific EHS consultant. This video is for educational purposes only, and your use of this information is at your own risk. Please read the full disclaimer on screen. The first place we look for margin recovery is the first aid trap. Most facilities overreport their OSHA 300 because they don't understand the difference between medical treatment and basic first aid. OSHA identifies 14 specific actions like applying bandages or eye flushing or using non-rigid splints that are considered first aid. First aid observations and diagnostic tests are not recordable on your OSHA 300 log. The ghost penalty I see most often is what I call the ibuprofen snare. If a clinic prescribes 800 milligrams of ibuprofen, that's a prescription strength dose. Under the standard, that injury is now recordable. However, if that same employee takes an over-the-counter dose, the injury remains first aid and off your log. Here's the margin impact. Every unnecessary entry artificially inflates your total recordable incident rate, or TRIR. A high TRIR is a massive red flag for insurance underwriters and procurement officers, which drives up your premiums and pushes your company to the bottom of the pile during contract bidding. Check your log for any entries where the only action that was taken was first aid, observation, or a diagnostic. If it fits any of those categories, it doesn't belong on your log and it shouldn't be costing you a dime in lost business. But what about the injuries that do belong on the list? Could you be opening yourself up to greater scrutiny there? In short, the answer is yes, but we'll circle back around to that subject in a few moments. Now, if you're reporting injuries, it's a signal that you have unacceptable risk in your business. That's why I created the Hidden Margin Leakage Scorecard. This tool helps you to pinpoint the EHS areas you need to address to secure your profits, uptime, and talent resources. You can download your scorecard from the Business Leaders EHS Resource Vault. The link is in the description. The second margin leak is a simple math error regarding lost and/or restricted workdays. OSHA caps the number of days you must record at 180 per incident. If you have an employee who's been on restricted duty or away for a year and you're still adding days to your log, you're artificially dragging down your operational stability score. Let's take a look at the margin impact for a minute. When a bank or potential buyer audits your business, they look at your total days away or restricted as a measure of risk. If you overcount past that 180-day ceiling, you make your company look more volatile than it actually is. You're not being thorough here. You're devaluing your own business. Stop at 180, close the entry, and protect your valuation. Your managers will also regain that time spent tracking days for other tasks like coaching staff or ensuring the production line runs smoothly. But we're not quite finished with injury characterizations yet. Is it possible that you're recording incidents that aren't even work-related? The third leak is recording incidents that didn't actually happen on the clock. Many manufacturers mistakenly record injuries that occur in the parking lot before work begins, or after work is ended, or during other personal time periods on site. Under OSHA's exceptions rule, most of these incidents are not recordable. So what's the margin impact here? By including these, you are voluntarily taking the financial hit for an injury that was not caused by or involved with your operations. This bloats your high risk profile, attracting OSHA inspections that pull your leadership team away from production for days. Remember the general duty clause. As an employer, you are responsible for providing a workplace that is free from recognized hazards causing or likely to cause serious physical harm. Don't pay for incidents that are outside work hours because those actions are unassociated with your workplace. Verify work relatedness before you ever pick up a pen. So, we've discussed what doesn't need to be on your OSHA 300 log, but we're not out of the woods yet with your recording activities. It's time to circle back to check a crucial item you must have on the form. Does your log say things like back hurt or employee fell? If it does, that's a massive vulnerability for your margin. How? Well, first, your business could be overpaying premiums to the tune of thousands of dollars each year based on those poor narratives. And I can also tell you that vague storylines scream subpar incident investigations. It's a clear danger signal to inspectors and often prompts greater scrutiny from OSHA. I learned how to construct strong event descriptions early in my career while I was making field observations and inspecting construction sites and industrial facilities. Very quickly, I discovered a simple three-part narrative formula to document occurrences: the object, the action, and the result. Instead of back hurt, write slipped on oily floor while carrying a 20-pound part, resulting in strained lower back. This specificity proves that you know what's going on in your facility. Furthermore, it shows that you're in control and are collecting enough data to actually fix the weaknesses in your operation. The biggest threat to your facility isn't an inspector, competitor, or natural disaster. It's complacency. Most leaders assume no accidents means their system is fine. But in manufacturing, fine is where margins go to perish. Don't wait for a crisis. Treat your environmental health and safety data with the same scrutiny you give payroll. Auditing your OSHA 300 log is a crucial first step. But if your shop floor culture remains reactive, your margin is still at risk. That's why I've placed my hidden margin leakage scorecard inside the Business Leaders EHS Resource Vault. It's designed to help you identify the profit leaks keeping you stagnant. Click the link in the description to get your free score and start transforming your EHS into a strategic profit engine. Now, once your OSHA 300 log is clean, you need to start finding and fixing the hazards that cause injuries so you don't have to record them. Click right here to watch my video all about risk assessments to find out how.